because I am reading a book for you guys. Today's book I am reading, Diary for Wimpy Kid Double Down. I would like to apologize about the setup, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So, funny story about this book. I got it at the school library in my elementary school, and then we were gonna move, and I couldn't find the book to return it. And so finally, my dad paid, I think it was like a $13 fee, for the book. And then when we were packing to move, I found it. So I've just got to keep the book. Like, it has the stamp. This is property of my elementary school, which I don't know if I should give that information away, but anywho, if I keep separating from the mic, I apologize. It's just kind of weird having it right here. So, like I said, this is Diary of a Wimpy Kid Double Down, written by Jeff Kinney. On the back, it says the pressure's really piling up on Greg Heffley. His mom thinks video games are turning his brain to mush, so she wants her son to put down the controller and explore his creative side. As if that's not scary enough, Halloween is just around the corner and the frights are coming at Greg from every angle. When he discovers a pack of gummy worms, it sparks an idea. Can Greg get his mom off his back by making a movie? And will he become rich and famous in the process? Or will doubling down on this plan just double Greg's troubles? Good question. So, let's get to reading. I'm pretty sure there's chapters in the book, so I'm only gonna read like one chapter. To Dorian. October, Wednesday. My parents are always saying that the world doesn't revolve around me, but sometimes I wonder if it actually does. When I was little, I saw this movie about a man whose whole life is secretly being filmed for a TV show. This guy is famous all over the world, and he doesn't know it. Well, ever since I saw that movie, I've kind of figured the same thing is probably happening to me. Hope you are enjoying yourselves. At first, I was annoyed my life was being broadcast without my permission, but then I realized that if millions of people are tuning in every day to see what I'm up to, that's actually kind of cool. Sometimes I worry that my life is too boring to be its own television show, so I try to do something house, sweetie. I've made a lot of Mother's and Father's Day cards over the years, and if this is all a sham, then I deserve to get paid for my time and effort. And speaking of getting paid, I'll bet my real parents are set for life thanks to me. But I'm doing everything I can to make sure I can cash in later. On most TV shows, the main character has a catchphrase that they say at least once per episode, so I've come up with a catchphrase of my own. Sorry about that. And I drop it into conversation every once in a while. Well, bite my biscuits. Later on, I'm gonna slap my catchphrase on every piece of merchandise I can think of and wait for the money to start rolling in. I'll guarantee this, though. I'm not gonna end up as one of those washed-up celebrities who sells pictures at autograph conventions just to make a cheap buck. The one thing I've learned about television is that sooner or later every show gets canceled. But in that last season, they usually introduced a new pet or cute kid to bump up the ratings. So when my little brother Manny was born, I figured they were trying to replace me as a star of the show with a fresh new face. I know exactly what this is. The thing I couldn't figure out was how a newborn baby could be an actor. I thought maybe Manny was a puppet being controlled by an adult who was hidden from view. I never found any evidence that this was true, but that didn't stop me from checking every once in a while just to make sure. As Manny got older, it was pretty clear he was getting around on his own, so then I wondered if he was actually a super high-tech wind-up toy or some kind of robot. Then I thought maybe everyone around me was a robot and I was the only actual human being in the family. Robots need electricity for power, so that would explain why we have 2 or 3 outlets in every room of the house. It would also explain some of the things my parents say when they think I'm not listening. Maybe we should go away for the weekend and recharge our batteries. If robots use batteries, explains why we have so many of them in the plastic bin in the laundry room. I'm not exactly sure where the batteries go, but I do have a few guesses. I figured the only way to find out if my family members were robots was to see if I could get one of them to short circuit. But either Dad's a waterproof model or he's just a regular human with no sense of humor. That incident caught me grounded for a week. The people watching my show probably had a good laugh, but I'm sure the ratings were in the toilet for a while after that. I guess there's a chance that I'm not just an ordinary kid living a normal life, and I'm not the star of some TV show, but there still could be someone out there watching. With all the planets in the universe, there's gotta be intelligent life out there. Some people say if aliens are real, UFOs would be zipping around our skies all the time, but I figure aliens are smart and they're just keeping a low profile until the time is right to invade. They're probably spying on us at this very second, gathering information about the way we live our lives. My bet is that houseflies are actually little drones that the aliens use to beam images back to their ships, because if you've ever seen a picture of a fly up close, it's pretty obvious their eyes are actually high-tech cameras who left this window open. The only thing I don't understand is that aliens seem to be really fascinated with dog poop, but I guess they've got their reasons for that. I've tried to explain my theories to my parents and other grown-ups, but it's pretty clear nobody wants to hear what some kid has to say, so every chance I get, I make sure the aliens know I'm on their side. I gonna spend all my time swimming in a giant pool filled with jelly beans or doing loop-the-loops around the clouds. Yahoo! There's no chance I'm gonna get stuck watching over some great grandkid I hardly even know. The only thing that will make it fun is if I have the power to punish my descendants whenever they do something annoying. Recently, Mom told me it's not just Nana who's watching over me, it's all my relatives who've passed away. I kind of wish she hadn't told me that because now, when I copy off of Alex Aruda's paper during a spelling test, I feel a lot more guilty about it. I want to know how many generations this thing goes back. I'm fine with a few hundred years or so, but if it's my whole family tree all the way to the beginning, that's a totally different story. I mean, if I've got relatives from caveman times watching over me, those guys are probably going to be pretty confused by what I do on an average day. To be honest, I'm not comfortable with all these people looking over my shoulder. If my relatives are really watching me every time I step out of the shower or taste my earwax, it's going to be pretty awkward when we reunite later. So now it gets to Thursday, so I think, I'm going to finish it off there. I actually am enjoying this book a lot, but I need to bookmark it. Let me know if you guys want a part 2 and I just finished the whole book, or if I should put it into more parts. I hope you guys enjoyed this because I really, really enjoyed this one. Also, do you guys like my nails? These are my nails for my birthday. I did them myself. My birthday's on Thursday, which is actually tomorrow,